Hello, my name is Tony Beers. I'm going to do something a little different this time. I'm going to do my first video game review. This is Game Grades.
Time to play the game. Time to play the game.
The video game I will review is called Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe. In the past, Street Fighter characters have fought Marvel characters.
Marvel superheroes versus Street Fighter.
So now, Mortal Kombat characters are fighting DC characters. This is the first fighting game to feature DC characters since Justice League Task Force. Now, the story of this game is that the Mortal Kombat universe and the DC universe are somehow merging together. Now, both sides think that it is the other side that is invading their universe. Now, the DC story begins with a fight between Darkseid and Superman. At the end of this fight, Darkseid tries to escape by using a boom tube. And in his escape, Superman fires his heat vision at the boom tube, causing some kind of problem with the boom tube. At the very same time that this is happening, Raiden is fighting Shao Kahn in the Mortal Kombat universe, and at the end of that fight, Shao Kahn is trying to escape through a portal. Raiden fires his lightning, and this causes a problem with the portal. Now, both these events happening at the same time causes Shao Kahn and Darkseid to merge into one being named Dark Khan.
Our enemy is called Dark Khan.
It is Dark Khan who is causing the two realms to merge together. At the same time, a rage is overcoming the characters' bodies and causing them to feel like they have to fight.
The rage! The rage!
The DC heroes decide to team up with the DC villains to stop the merging of these two worlds. The Mortal Kombat characters have the exact same plan of teaming up the Mortal Kombat heroes with the Mortal Kombat villains to stop the greater villain, which is Dark Khan.
Rivals must fight as one to focus the rage against our enemies.
Close combat, where you bring your enemy in closer and you either try to hit or block their punches or kicks. The second feature is free fall combat, in which you can fight your opponent while you're both falling down to the second arena. The third feature is Test Your Might. Now, this version of Test Your Might, you're throwing your opponent through a building, and you're each pressing your buttons as much as you can to determine how much damage your opponent will take. The fourth feature is Rage. Now, when a fighter uses Rage, it allows them to be a little bit invulnerable for about a few seconds. When I purchased this game, I was very surprised to find out that this game was rated T for teen instead of M for mature. I think this is the very first Mortal Kombat game to be rated T instead of M. Since this game is rated T instead of M, the fatalities are less bloody. This disappointed me.
The Joker wins. Fatality.
The DC heroes also do not have fatalities. I like this part of the game because I don't want to see Superman or Batman or any of the heroes kill anybody. That's not right for a superhero. Now, this game is a basic fighting game, and that's one of its biggest problems. That's all it is a basic fighting game. There's not much more else to this game. This game does not have any mini-games, such as Conquest, which was like a role-playing game, or Puzzle Combat, which was a puzzle game, or Motor Combat, which was a racing game, or Chess Combat, which is chess, only you fight for your square. Other content that this game could have had, that other Mortal Kombat games did have, is Creator Fighter. This would be where you create your own and customize your own fighter. This game did not have that. Another problem that I had is the lack of extra or hidden characters. There are only two hidden characters, Shao Kahn and Darkseid. And Shao Kahn and Darkseid don't even have fatalities. These are the two biggest villains in both these universes, the two biggest, the two meanest, the two nastiest, and they don't have fatalities. That doesn't make any sense to me. The other thing that this game is lacking is the amount of characters. There are only 22 characters in this game. In the last Mortal Kombat game, Mortal Kombat Armageddon, had over 60 characters. Now, one way to fix this problem of small amount of characters is just to add alternate costumes and make alternate characters. Such as Superman's costume, you could change it very slightly and you can get Bizarro. as well as Flash's costume. You can change it slightly, and you'd get Reverse Flash. This is the first video game to feature the DC character Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel is very good for this game because he's a very good mirror for Raiden. They have very similar powers, and that Raiden is a thunder god, and Captain Marvel gets his power from the god. I was surprised to find out that one of the DC characters is Deathstroke. I was surprised by this because Deathstroke is not a very popular character, but Deathstroke does really fit this Mortal Kombat game because in the DC comics, Deathstroke is an assassin. One DC character that I was surprised not to see in this game is Cyborg, because I thought he was a perfect mirror for Jax, because they are basically the same type of character. Jax is a black guy with cybernetic arms, and Cyborg is a black guy with cybernetic parts. They're practically the same. I was very surprised not to see Cyborg in this game. Another DC character that I was surprised not to see is Black Canary. I thought Black Canary would be a good match for Sindel in the Mortal Kombat universe, because Black Canary is very similar to the character of Sindel in Mortal Kombat. She has very good fighting abilities, plus she has a sonic scream just like Sindel, so I was very surprised not to see her in this game. Another DC character that they did not use that would be perfect for this game is Martian Manhunter, because one of Martian Manhunter's powers is he can change his shape to look like another person. Now, I thought this would be a good match for Shang Tsung, who also has an ability to change his shape to look like another person. Now, Shang Tsung in this game does not morph into any other character. I thought this was pretty strange, since he has done so many other times in the other Mortal Kombat game. In this game, they changed some of the superheroes' costume. Now, some of the superheroes that looks okay, some of them don't. I especially don't like the Flash's costume. It just doesn't look right. Another thing is that Quan Chi is in this game, but he is not a playable character. Why would you put a character in this game you can't play as him? With all the complaints I have on this game, it might seem like I don't like this game, but actually I do like this game. Only, this game does not live up to its potential. This game is just not as good as it could be. This game just seems to be very rushed, like it was put out there as fast as it could. If you're a big fan of Mortal Kombat and DC Universe, play this game. It's well worth playing. If you're not a fan of Mortal Kombat or DC Universe, don't even bother with this game. You won't like it at all. If you just like fighting games, this game is worth a rental, but it's not worth buying. My final grade for Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe is a C+. I'm Tony Beers. I'll see you next time on Game Grades.
Time